Now, the Athabasca First Nation, as Chief Adam had said, are people of the land. And as people of the land, it becomes incredibly important to ensure that our ecosystems and waterways are protected, not just now, but for future generations. And that's not just something that our people believe in, but it's something that is entrenched in the Canadian Constitution under Section 35. Under Section 35, our rights are not to be molested or precluded by any other legislations or laws or development, and that rights to hunting, fishing, trapping, and access to cultural grounds need to be, if they're going to be altered in any way, we need to be consulted and or accommodated for those impacts. However, what we're seeing in Northern Alberta is we have runaway development. As Chief Adam so eloquently put it, we have a runaway train with no one at the conductor. We have seen unabated development and approval after approval being granted in Northern Alberta in the Athabasca Oil Sands region. The Athabasca Chipewyan First Nation has a mandate, as directed by our Elders Council in 2010, that states that we need to protect our traditional homelands. These lands are referred to as north of the Firebag River, and the ACFN has literally and figuratively drawn a line in the sand. We are stating that development can no longer continue unabated and encroach into areas of Northern Alberta that have not been developed. These are areas that are pristine, untouched waterways, muskegs and marshlands, and ecological features that are unique to this region that cannot be reclaimed by any methods that currently exist out there. There are no proven methods for reclamation. And so until government and industry can prove to our nation that these areas can be developed in a way that is responsible and that can ensure that there is proven reclamation standards and that our rights will not be negated or molested by this development, we will continue to hold the line to stop development in those regions. The legal defense fund in which this concert is for is to help ACFN continue to bring forward those challenges of projects in this region. These include participating in the regulatory hearings for Shell Oil's Jack Pine Mine, Shell Oil's Pierre River Mine, Teck Resources' Frontier Mine, and other projects that will be proposed in that region. As of right now, Shell's Jack Pine Mine has been granted federal approval. And today, we're announcing that as part of this legal defense fund, we have taken on the opportunity to challenge, and we have filed for a judicial review of the decision put forward by the Crown. Both Canada and Shell Oil have been served with papers notifying them that we will be taking them to the federal courts to challenge this decision. This decision is based on the fact that this project would contribute to adverse and detrimental impacts not only on the land and the environment, but on the rights of First Nations and our treaty rights as directed in Treaty 8. In addition, we're also challenging Alberta's Lower Athabasca Land Use Policy, which is also known as LARP. We have filed a statutory review along with other First Nations to challenge that policy, which is allowing governments to propose areas as bitumen recovery priority use zones, including the area that we have basically allocated as our protection zone. So we are at a bit of a crossroads here. We are not saying, let's shut down the tar sands. We are saying it's time to take a step back, reevaluate what's happened, look at what our actual proven methods of reclamation and responsible development really look like, looking at correcting the faulty consultation and accommodation that has happened for the last 50 years to ensure that our future generations have a future and that our environments are protected for future generations. Until we can get to a point and sit down at a table, we say no more development. Thank you. Masicho.